But Dr. Sebi told me how he got involved with the herb thing. I believe he said he was on a ship or something like that. Don't quote me on it because I don't remember. But he was a sage like me, and
Okay.
he knew that the pharmaceutical people was going to kill him.
Like the biggest lie told to black people in America is that
That
you
they're
were
African American. That's the
that you're
first lie.
that's the biggest lie
That's the biggest lie.
that you were brought from somewhere else, and the reason that you're here is because you were brought here through the slave trade.
Well,
And a few came from slave trade, but we were more prisoners of war and enslaved rather than a part of that part of
first of
slavery.
all, if we came here on these slave ships, where are the artifacts of these ships?
There is none.
Okay. And if black people didn't start in Africa, everything started with the Aborigines,
Mhm.
which is located in Australia. The first Europeans weren't white. Sorry to tell you that. So for anyone to think that you came over and you did this, that, and the other without any resistance, that's bull. Okay. It's like, for example, what is that one conversation they're having now that Mike Epps made about but he made a controversial statement the other day saying that anybody that did 30 years or something like that. Well, regardless of what he said, here's my defense for Mike Epps. First of all, once before, my ex-girlfriend and I, Miss Toy, my ride or die partner, we was short on some bread, and Mike Epps seen us and gave us like 400, 500, 600. Then I seen him one day. I told him about it. He didn't even remember. But at least Mike Epps put his money where his mouth is at. He bought back the neighborhood he grew up in. Every time you see him, he's in the neighborhood by himself. So Mike Epps is a dude that has a license to operate in these communities. And he can say what he wants. People have to be able to accept that there's 6 billion people on the earth and no one's going to think just like you. Not even your twin.
Period.
It's mathematically, emphatically impossible.
And to me, that's the true meaning of rich in a certain level in this world. When you can do that, when you can be famous like that, and still roll to every community and just get love.
You know, got love like that?
Who?
Dr. Sebi. That was my partner. His birthday should be coming up soon. Happy birthday, Dr. Sebi. But I used to be with Dr. Sebi every day off of La Cienega Place. And Dr. Sebi told me that the pharmaceutical people was going to kill him. That's the first thing. I'll swear by that. I used to be upstairs with him in his little office, and his wife at the time, I think her name was Methune or something like that. And they be down there cooking up that medicine. And it had a very distinctive odor because it was all natural, like a pungent smell. Is that the word they use in the world of academia, pungent? But Dr. Sebi told me how he got involved with the herb thing. I believe he said he was on a ship or something like that. Don't quote me on it because I don't remember. But he was a sage like me, and
Okay.
he knew that the pharmaceutical people was going to kill him. I remember once I was in his office, and he was like, "Malik, man, don't leave." He said, "Malik, don't leave." I said, "Why, man? I'm about to go make a move." I used to go up there and smoke that weed when we roll them joints. And Dr. Sebi told me, he said, "Man, left eye is coming." I said, "Left eye?" He said, "Yeah, left eye, she walking over here." I said, "The girl from TLC?" He's like, "Yeah, she walking over here. She's on some 40 days and 40 night fast," because she was heavy with Dr. Sebi. I remember she was on death row too, I believe.
Yeah, she was.
And a lot of people don't know she was on death row.
Everybody knew.
Not everyone. I mean, come on, my son don't know. He's only
I mean, at the time.
20 something. But anyhow, she's one of them really controversial thumbnail podcaster interviewers. Are you interviewing me or are you interviewing yourself? Because you're going to tell me, everybody knew it. I'm just telling you the story, then you come back and rebut with a rebuttal like everyone. Not everyone did know that. But on the contrary, Mr. I interviewed my damn self. Next on The Narcissist.
God
You made me
damn,
lose.
I'm a
You
narcissist.
a true narcissist. You're literally educating me and asking questions at the same time. You're a natural phenomenal. Natural, man. And you have the ability to telepathically make someone forget their chain of thought. So that's interesting. They should call you the eraser.
Damn.
In other words, shut the fuck up. Let me tell you the story. How about that?
Yes, please.
You little curious motherfuckers. Let me tell you the story. So he was like, man, stick around, man. She's walking. So I left. And I'm going down La Cienega and I see this really attractive looking sister walking southbound on La Cienega. And I called Dr. Sebi. I was like, dude, do such and such look like this? Because I never seen her in real life. And it was Left Eye walking from La Cienega, wherever she lived, to Dr. Sebi's office. She was, it must have been about I say from, looked like I seen her at Wilshire and La Cienega or something like that, or a little further back towards Hollywood. And Dr. Sebi's like, yo, man, Malik, you need to stick around. Or she's single or something. And I was like, didn't she burn up somebody's house? And
Fucking
we
with her.
giggled. But Dr. Sebi had young children, dude, at an elderly age. I mean, like newborns. He used to get in his office and like, Malik, he would get and just drop down on his knees, hard as he could. Boom! And get right back up. And he made a medicine called Viento, which I believe it stands for the wind or something in Spanish.
Uh-huh.
And that's the best product I think he ever made, along with the women's products that he have that cleanse out their personal parts. But that Viento for the blood, you can't beat it, man. Dr. Sebi had one lady that came in an arthritic bed once from being stricken with arthritis. And I don't know what he put on her, some salve or something. And months later, she came back in there walking and had a baby. But they rolled her in on a stretcher. She couldn't stand up, couldn't do nothing. She was just on a stretcher from arthritic pain. And I don't know what doctor said. I think he called it salve, something that he kept rubbing on her body.
Mm-hmm.
And about a year later, she came in there, dude, with a newborn child. So he was a healer, a real one.
Yeah,
And they starved him to death in jail. That's what they did do. That's how he passed away, I believe. They probably starved him to death.
mm-hmm.
Dr. Sebi was generous. I was sitting in his office one day, and I believe it was Eddie Murphy's father. He had helped, and Eddie Murphy had sent him a Range Rover, brand new.
Eddie
And
Murphy gave him a Range Rover?
yep, and then I was there one day, and uh, Rerun. Remember Rerun off that show?
Yeah, Fred Berry.
Yeah, he had cured him of diabetes or something. So it was a lot, and it was rumored that he cured Magic Johnson. But I don't know that to be the truth. So please don't barbecue me with that. I'm just trying to cook. I'm just trying to cook right now. But for the most part, I can remember the day that Eddie Murphy and the people delivered that Range Rover. He was very happy, man.
Doctors.